Okay, this homework, this is actually a podcast to show the solution to number 51. So we have the weak acid titration curve, and the first question it asks us is, where is the equivalence point? So that is going to happen where the moles of acid equal the moles of base, and it's going to be right in the middle of the jump on the titration curve. The next question it asks is the region with the maximum buffering. So we look at the curve, and the buffering region is from 1 to 21. Right here is where we're making the buffer. After it, we only have the pH is coming from the strong base, and at the beginning, it's only from the acid itself. So that's actually two of the other questions. It says, where does the pH equal to pKa? So you remember that halfway to the equivalence point, pH equals pKa. And then it says, where does the pH only depend on HA? So that has to be at the very beginning. It depends on HA at the very beginning because there's no A minus because we haven't added anything. Okay, there's only a slight dissociation. And then where does it depend only on A minus? That's actually kind of tricky, but it only depends on A minus at the equivalence point. And that is because at the equivalence point, if you remember when we do the Becca, they both go down to 0. Both of the reactants go down to 0, and we only have the A minus left in the beaker. So all of the pH is coming from the A minus, which dissociates back. That's where we talked about flipping the equation. And then where does it only depend on the strong base? Up here at the end is where it only depends on the strong base. So I'm going to give you another podcast that shows some calculations to go with the titration curves.